Hello, good morning or afternoon or evening, depends when you're watching this video. Tyler, I made a short presentation about United Airlines. I titled it a good example of how to get bad reviews. So let's move on. First of all, I'm gonna use do a brief introduction of what is United Airlines. Of course, it's an airline based in Chicago, and I mean it's surprising that they have such a terrible uh, customer service and a terrible way to deal with the problems, given the fact that they are the fourth largest airline in the world, if you measure it by the size of its fleet and the number of its flights. So yeah, I mean, like you would expect that one company this big would be concerned about treating well their customers, but well, I mean, following slides, we will realize that they are quite the opposite. There was leggings incident. Well, it was a quite a scandal. I remember it was in 2017 on March, to be exact, March of 2017, and there was a couple of girls, like young women, that were holding a pass, like a ticket pass. I mean, this means that one employee gave this like heavily discounted or free ticket to them to travel, right? So they were using leggings, and they weren't able to board the plane because apparently it was against the airline policy dress code. Yeah. So behind them there was a family with a little girl, and they overheard the conversation, and they just immediately took one dress and put the dress to, well, they dressed her daughter, well, their daughter, so they wouldn't have like a trouble getting into the plane. So another customer like realized, like he or she, I don't remember if he was a male or female, saw the situation, and they were outraged because and proceeded to tweet the situation, because United was called of being sexist and being like this retro, like ancient rules of like how you must dress. Then United Airlines responded, and they said that, I mean, since they were like having discount, they had this team member ticket, they had to follow certain dress codes. So the little girl was okay, and anyone else was okay for boarding the plane using leggings. The thing is that if apparently if you have um, like a ticket, a free ticket, you have to like stick to the standards of the dress code, which I mean personally I think it makes no sense. I mean, why would you? I mean, I get it that if you have like policies and rules, of course you have to follow them. But at the same time, you don't. You as the community manager or whoever tweeted the response, uh, decided to like, instead of asking for, like, I don't know, forgiveness or something, and saying that they will like review their their policies and stuff, they went all defensive and just started to say some things like, "Oh, we're in the right" and stuff. So I think that's a bad example of how to deal with a situation. I mean, you have the situation already; you already did wrong, but the way they kept handling this situation was even worse. Moving on, we have one of the most shocking videos I've seen of how to treat bad a customer. It was actually the same year in 2017, the next month on April. I mean, like, they weren't even recovered from the last scandal, and then this happened. There was this doctor on the plane. They overbooked the flight, and they asked someone in the flight to like voluntarily leave. No one would like want to leave, uh, to, to to give up their seats, so they just like randomly picked this guy right here, and they told him to leave the plane, and he refused, of course, and they went violent on him. I mean, if you seen the video, it's disturbing, and they just like beat him up and drag him off the plane. And yeah, what kind of company does that? And the worst part was the response. I mean, you already, the same as the last example, they already have done a terrible, fatal mistake, and where people were complaining and like they were like, when people were outraging on Twitter, the airline said that the customer was like getting violent, and I mean, I saw the video and he wasn't getting violent at all. And I mean, and that doesn't give you right to beat up like a poor, I don't know how old is he, but and drag him out of the plane. That's terrible. I think that they're I mean, of course, this is a public company. They are in the stock market and stuff. I think they went down after this particular incident. Like, they lost more than $1 billion because of this. A lot of people was outraged. They would say that they would never travel with them again, and yeah. So this is just two examples of, because I was reading in the internet, and oh my god, they have like tens, like dozens of cases in which they were handling a situation terrible, absurdly. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Maybe they don't care about the customers. Anyway, that's everything for me. This was supposed to be a short presentation. It's 7 minutes already. Thank you for your time. And well, this is I found this image. We're the only people we hate more than our employees are our customers. Just to think about it. Thank you, Taylor, and I'll see you around.